she's not going to take it to the floor for a vote. Congresswoman Lesko, you are a co-sponsor of this resolution to censor Chairman Adam Schiff over his fabrication of President Trump's July phone call with Ukraine. Tell us about it.
Yeah, I mean, this whole impeachment thing, this is a nonstop attack by the Democrats to take out a duly elected president, because I think they're afraid that President Trump is going to get reelected. And based on the debate last night, I believe he will be reelected. Not only was there no quid pro quo on the call, based on the transcript of the call, based on what President Trump said, based on what the Ukrainian president said, based on what the U.S. envoy Volker said. But now they're having these closed-door meetings. There's no reason for closed-door meetings. And then the Democrats selectively decide what's going to be leaked to the press. This is a total political hit job. And it's really distracting from the main things that America should be talking about and Congress should be working on.
Yeah, I mean, it sure feels that way, because you don't know what to believe when you have selected things being leaked. But Congresswoman Dingell, how do you feel about all of this? I mean, are you worried that your team is focusing so much on taking Donald Trump down, taking all the oxygen out of the room, you're not getting anything done?
So, no, I'm not. I want to answer these two questions separately. I think it's a very sad time in our country. This impeachment inquiry, these investigating the facts is very serious. For me, as you know, a lot of people wanted me to come out long before I did. And as far as I'm concerned, the committees, of which Debbie is one of them, are doing their job. They're following the facts. But when a whistleblower comes forward and President Trump appointed Inspector General says it's credible, it's urgent, and it could impact our national security, and the acting director of Homeland Security, who's now another one, has resigned, say that this could be impacting our national security. My job, when I take that oath, is to protect our democracy. So they're doing the facts. But me, I'm not on those committees. And I think some of this needs to be done in a classified setting. I think we need to release as much as we can, the American people and me. I don't know what's being said in those committees, either in many of them. It needs to be transparent. But I am very focused on trade deals. I still want those trade deals that everybody's talking about, because I've got UAW members walking a picket line. I'm focused on lowering prescription drug costs. We have a prescription drug markup on Thursday.
Yeah, but none of that's happening. You know that.
No, I just totally disagree with you. I will make a bet with you.
All right.
Well, that we end up with a trade deal somehow, some way. President can't afford not to get it.
You're talking about USMCA?
Yes.
So you're betting me that USMCA comes down to the floor and it's passed?
By the next year's election. I don't know the exact timing. We need it. We need it, and we got to get there, and I'm committed to working there, and I hope the president stays committed to working bipartisanly to get it done.
Well, yes, it's certainly been a priority for Republicans, right, Debbie Lesko? I mean, Democrats, however, continue to delay the vote. I mean, President Trump says now that the passage may be far-fetched with Pelosi in office, because all she's focusing on is taking him down. Watch this.
Mexico, Canada's happening if they can ever get it approved. I doubt they will, because it's Nancy Pelosi. They're too busy working on impeachment. And by the way, we just hit the greatest economy we've ever had. Let's impeach the president. Isn't that a good idea?
So what do you think, Debbie Lesko, then? I mean, you heard what Congresswoman Dingell just said. Do you expect it to come to the floor? Do you expect any movement on USMCA in the face of all of this?
Well, that's up to Speaker Pelosi. Yeah. I mean, you're right. The Republicans have supported USMCA all along. We want it passed. It's important for my state of Arizona. We do a lot of trade with Mexico and Canada. It's important for America. It's unfortunate that the Democrats are so focused on taking out the President of the United States. I really think it's because they're afraid that President Trump is going to be reelected, and they want to take him out before that happens.
Were you ladies surprised at a phase one deal on China, and also not a word about China last night in the debate? I know, Congresswoman Dingell, you want the president to keep pushing back on China. You like what he's doing.
But I haven't totally... admittedly, I don't know everything, and I don't think a lot of people do, but China has been an offender. I mean, they steal our intellectual property. They do subsidize our goods. We do need to do something. But that's why, we can, we have to protect our national security.
Yes.
But I talked to Nancy Pelosi yesterday about trade.
What did she say?
That team is working. They are really working.
What are they working
this
on?
week.
What are they working on?
I'm not part of the team that's
no, but
working with
you said you talked to her yesterday. What did you talk
about trade. No, she really does understand the need. I have talked to Nancy for this entire year about the importance of getting a new NAFTA. I call it.
Did you get a sense that she's going to bring it to the floor, Congresswoman?
I got a sense that she's working very hard and understands how our worker needs it. And I will tell you, when I left her, she knows our workers need a deal that's going to level the playing field.
She's not talking about it publicly. She's not saying anything like that.
She has not been negative. She has said we're working at it. And prescription drugs are going to get marked up in committee.
What specifically is she working on? Mexico agreed to it. Canada agreed to it. The unions seem to like it. What is she working on?
Now, the unions do not. We have to. Here's what's still happening. This is what frustrated me last night. The candidates all ducked questions. General Motors is paying $1.58 an hour in Mexico. We got to level the playing field.
No, we know that there is an action in the USMCA that requires American workers to make $16 an hour. You brought this up to me, and I checked on it. I went to check on it. It's got to be enforceable. $16, I checked on it.
It's a very complicated. It doesn't guarantee that you get there, and it's got to be enforceable.
I'm told there's a guarantee. American workers make $16 an hour. They're not going to be making $1.50.
The ambassador and I have discussed. I am going to send you all the ins and outs of it. But when we get it so that that's guaranteed, then you got my vote.
All right. We will leave it there. Congresswoman, it's good to see you both. Thank you so much, Congressman Dingell and Lesko. We will see you soon, ladies. We have a big show this morning.